Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And as always, go Utes.
Yeah. Ready? Let's get it. I'm telling you why. You can see in their eyes, them boys ain't playing, they ready to ride. Shaking the
Yeah, and I still like this song.
Great song. He's recording a new one, by the way.
Are we
Let's
going to
get
get
it.
to use it?
We'll be able to use it. He doesn't know it yet, but we'll use it.
You boys, we about to ride. We're a band of brothers, and we stick together like an army mission when it's wartime. We stacking them W's, pay attention. Opponents coming with apprehension. We stay on top of our division. We're from BCS buses to playoff contenders. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad. We have to tighten them boys up. We here for the crown. Go Utes. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad. We have to tighten them boys up.
We haven't heard the ice
It's been a
jiggle
while
in a while,
since Gary did the jingle.
Welcome back, Utah fans. It's been a while. We were out for a little bit, but we are glad to be back. And we are less than 20 days from college football starting. That's so crazy.
I need it. I need it so bad.
Very exciting. Thanks for being with us. We want to thank our sponsor, Thomas Orthodontics. Please give him a visit, thomasortho.com. He's down there in Happy Valley, Utah County.
Brave man.
But if
Zubyland.
Zubyland, if you need anything done, please give him a shout out. He is our wonderful, loyal sponsor. We're very grateful for him.
Does he? Invisible. What are those? Invisalign.
Invisalign.
He does any of that? I could use that. I'm really hoping that
ThomasOrtho.com.
one of these days, my whole life goal is just to take a puck in the mouth and then just wipe it all out and start over again.
Oh yeah, it's that easy.
That sounds fun.
That's what I want.
That sounds worth it.
I have insurance.
Please give us a like, subscribe, follow, comment. We're going to be reading some comments. So if you are listening to us and you feel like, man, I really agree with what Bryn says, she just knows everything, go to our YouTube channel and make a comment.
It wouldn't be that I really agree with what Gary says, because we did a poll on who agrees with the helmets, and Gary came in last both times.
No, it was rigged. By the way.
How was
They
it
were
rigged?
It was my fault, he says.
No.
She messed up the order.
You didn't give an
Because
order.
he didn't
Yeah,
have an
that's
order.
what I'm saying. That's
so
why
if you
she
don't,
screwed it
if
up.
you don't have an order, then I
All right.
am allowed to do that.
I
Anyways,
got a lot of heat, though.
again, we are almost to the season. It's hard to believe.
19 days.
Jeez, 19 days. So they did, Athletics posted today, actually, this is breaking news, like the promotional schedule for all the home football games this season. So our first game, SUU, that's the Hall of Fame game when they bring the Hall of Famers back. San Diego State is Ute Proud. Oregon State is Homecoming. USC says to be announced, which
Blackout.
many people think it'll be.
It has to be.
It will only be.
Depends.
It will only be that if it's a night game.
That game will be night game, ESPN. That will be, yes.
And I wouldn't put it past them to not do Blackout and do some other random promo thing. That's my prediction. Arizona is Muss Appreciation and Stanford is Senior Day / Military Appreciation.
Too many things.
No, it's
You don't like having something for every game?
No, I don't need a event for every. I don't feel like it's always been this way. Has it always been this way? I don't feel like it's
Sort
always
of.
been. I feel
every
like
game. No.
No, it used
Well,
to
like
be
Hall
like
of Fame, that doesn't really affect anybody.
no, they don't do special uniforms for Hall of Fame or any of that sort of stuff. But there's a couple. I have always loved a Ute Proud game,
Yes.
and then I've always loved if they do the military thing, and then the Blackout. Those are good. But then Homecoming,
Homecoming.
And homecoming. There's four right
I guess
there.
that Homecoming doesn't affect the uniforms and kind of
Yes, it does. They always wear the throwback, the interlocking.
not always. That's relatively new.
Well, anyways.
Plus, I got to play in the alumni golf event, so that'll be fun. Jesse, let's go play. Bring
Buy some extra balls.
Bring a lot of golf balls. And a new rangefinder.
Good times.
Good times.
All right.
Good times.
Where are we at?
I don't know. We're 19 days away
Okay.
from going to Florida.
19 days we play Florida.
Jeez.
I'm sure we'll have opportunity to speak more about the game in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. that I have seen on social media some trash talking
Oh my gosh.
going on from
Already?
some Florida fans.
Florida fans are sensitive.
Okay. Whatever. Okay.
They are.
Let me just go here. I know there's a lot of predictions, but if you go look at the betting lines, betting sites.
I haven't seen these, so I'm interested to know.
Okay, so I've looked at a few, and there's been some comparison. When there's money on the line, they don't dick around. You know what I mean?
That's accurate. They do not dick around.
So they are serious in their analysis. So, for instance, on the Odds Shark site, they actually give a predicted score for the game.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, I want to hear these.
So the predicted score is 37.8 points, Utah, 29.2, Florida.
Okay. So
That's what they give as their
38 to 29,
yeah
roughly.
projected score.
Okay.
Florida
That's
fans.
a lot of
Okay.
scoring.
A lot of scoring, but the line is 2.5 points is the
Utah favored by 2.5, which is 5.5 because the home team gets 3 automatically.
So that's and that's if you go to different sites, you compare. There were some that had it at 2. Most were about half and half of what I saw was like 2.5 and 2.
That seems like a good line.
Utah favored everywhere.
Yeah.
On the betting lines, and then I found the score to be kind of interesting. That is a lot of scoring.
It's a lot of points. But
If Utah could do this,
38
I don't see why they could. I
if they,
honestly
if
don't
they
see
do
why
this,
they
that would
can't.
be a fantastic win. I just look, first game of the season.
Yep.
It's an away game at a great school,
Crazy environment.
great athletes, yeah, great environment, and to get the nod to win and to get the score, I just say that
Very
says a lot.
different climate as well
It's just
than
yeah.
what we're used to.
It's been humid. It's been humid.
It's been
So I'm just saying, Florida.
2% humidity here.
I'll just say this, Florida. We're gonna beat you, so just there's where we start. Respect, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I
happen.
mean, I'm not traveling 2,800 miles to lose. I'll tell you that right now.
No, you're going to Disney. That's why.
Yeah.
No.
Pray for me on that one.
Florida to
It's gonna be a
go to the swamp. And
200%
watch the Utes win
humidity.
by 10.
I'm not ready to give my
Yeah, I
score.
can't give a prediction yet.
We can't do that yet. We have to do that the week of.
We can't do
You're
predictions.
jumping ahead.
And I haven't given my score for my
Okay.
record for the year.
I haven't either, but I'm just telling you.
So Gary's
might as well-
10 point. I can see 10 point. I think that's a very realistic 10-point win.
All right, there we go on that. Now we've had the polls come out. We have the AP. We got the coaches, and Phil Steele gave his poll a while ago. Before we read some of those or compare, again, for me, as far as polls go, I don't think you should actually do a poll until like 4 games in the season, personally, because who knows at this point? You just don't know. Utah's a classic example from like last year.
Yeah.
The first 3 games, Utah was crap.
Then they
Turned it
flipped
around,
it on.
and look what they ended up. So I'm just saying, legitimately, you don't know where a team's going to be until there's a few games in. That's how I see it. But be that as it may.
Last year, I looked this up. So last year, the number 7 team to start the season was Iowa State, the Cyclones. They finished the season 7-6.
Can happen,
Can happen. Okay. I'll say this. I agree. Preseason polls are irrelevant unless your team's number 7 in the country. Then they're freaking awesome.
It just sets you up.
Exactly.
It sets you up.
It does. It matters because you don't have to climb nearly as high. If you start off, 22nd, then you've got a long way to go, and there's no room for error. But yeah, you start in a high spot. Maybe you lose an early game. You can still recover from that. So,
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you could, if you don't have these early polls,
yeah, you wait till week 4.
week 4, knowing that's when the first polls are going to come out.
Yeah,
Then you're playing to go, look, we want to get a good spot.
I agree. I think that's how they should do it. But it's all for entertainment
Whatever.
purposes.
So if you
'Cause
remember,
I love it.
Yeah, look, we're all talking about it.
Phil
so.
Steele had Utah at 6.
Right.
Alabama 1. So, Phil Steele, Bama, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Michigan, and Utah.
Okay.
Then Notre Dame, Oklahoma. I'll just say that USC is at 6. Oregon was 10 in his.
On Phil Steele. That's
USC 16. So,
and that's it.
well, I think at 26, if I remember, UCLA, 32, Florida.
Okay.
So that's Phil Steele. So when you get to the AP, Utah is 7. Coaches poll, Utah is 8. So we're 6, 7, and 8 in those 3 polls is where they're ranked. They're all essentially the same with Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson, Notre Dame, all the same. Except the coaches have Michigan, whereas the AP has Texas A&M, and then it's interesting. So it goes Michigan, Texas A&M, Utah, coaches poll. This goes Texas A&M, Utah, Michigan.
Yeah, so
Okay,
it's
they're all
just,
the same.
depending on the poll, it's pretty much the same
Yeah.
4 teams just get jumbled up.
And then Oregon is 11 on the AP, 12 on the coaches. USC's 14 on the AP, 15 on the coaches poll. So that's the polls. That's kind of where we're at. All I know is you're right. I think Utah is in a great position if they can win some early games and keep it going.
It's interesting because Utah, we're notoriously a team that doesn't get a lot of respect. We've talked about it a lot. We're kind of the underdogs. We play with that chip on our shoulder, and that's kind of been like our thing for the last few years.
Yeah.
And so it's a different spot to be in to start the season, number 7 ranked. But this is what we've been working for. Like, this is what
That's what you
all
want.
the hard work has been. Because I've seen people on social media be like, no, we play so much better when we're not respected and we're the underdog. It's like, but we're finally making it to where we've wanted to. Number 7 to start the season. And I
think it's the highest rank we've ever been to start a season.
we got to go in
It
and
is.
win and take care of business and do all of the things we got to do. But no, this is where we get to enjoy all that work we've put in over the last few years. And we're finally getting some of that respect.
So this is the highest we've ever been to start the season, and this is the highest ranked opponent Florida has ever played to kick off a season.
Yeah, we might as well beat them then.
So, yeah, we might as well.
I'm sorry,
I'm agreeing with you that, yeah, okay, you can be the underdog, but let's be the big boy. Let's go out and prove it. But you got to prove it now.
USC being 14 is pure garbage.
Dude, they're getting so much. I understand the love.
Because preseason is so much based on last year, and I think a lot of it's based on who you lose and all of that stuff. What?
I disagree. I think they're going to be good.
I think they're going to be really good.
I think they're top 15.
I think they're going to be really good.
Because they brought in some
dudes.
They brought in apparently their defense isn't going to be as good, but okay, the coach is a major improvement over Helton.
Well,
the quarterback
anybody is. I would
is
be.
going to be great.
Quarterback came with
New
him,
running back
who's a 5-star dude
from Oregon. He's there too.
Yeah,
Die, and they got that receiver in.
Yeah. Now, I think that the breaking point for them is that I don't think their line play is going to be great, but their skill positions are going to be phenomenal. So but
We will see.
they went 4-8 last year.
That's what I mean. It's like 14.
Okay, but I can see them going 10-2 this year.
Yeah.
Very easily. Just the amount of skill, the coaching, I think they're going to be much improved.
Yeah, they're top 15. Just trust me.
Oh, God.
Okay.
All right. We haven't talked about Pac-12 Media Day, specifically Kliavkoff. It's Kliavkoff.
Kliavkoff.
George Kliavkoff.
I gotta repeat it to myself.
George
K.
Kliavkoff. Okay.
Just
Did you write it out phonetically?
yeah, he did.
George Kliavkoff. Do you need it?
Kliavkoff.
Phonetically, it just messes with me.
Got it.
Got it?
It's George. George and I are
Commissioner
tight. He's in my
George
phone as
Kliavkoff.
George.
George
so.
K.
So did you
Georgie.
listen to him?
Yeah.
I read what he said.
I listened to it.
What do you think? Okay, with this backdrop,
more specific.
You remember when all this, USC, UCLA left, and all of the uproar, and it's settled down, but it's still underlying everything. And the first thing we said, the Pac-12's gone. We're done. It's over. Boom.
Blow it up.
Where are we going?
Yeah.
So that's the backdrop.
Yeah.
So you heard Kliavkoff.
Something I found really interesting in his remarks is he made mention about how, USC and UCLA, they're still part of the league for the next 2 years, so we need to make sure we treat them as such, and they're still a part of Pac-12, but
F them.
there was multiple instances where he mentioned the Pac-10.
Pac-10.
If you
He
notice,
would say Pac-10.
he would say Pac-10 a lot. So it's like, we need to include them in the Pac-12. They're still part of the Pac-12, but it's like, no, they're not. Get out.
Yeah.
It's
I
Pac-10.
noticed that.
Pac-10 moving forward. Even when I listened to Whitt, he said Pac-10.
He called it Pac-10
so
a
I
couple
think
times.
that's the mentality. It's Pac-10. We're moving forward.
Yeah. I loved, he kind of went on the attack of the Big 12 in a lot of ways and tried to really put out there that they've tried to undermine, that they've been playing some dirty games, and that we are not reliant upon them. I didn't expect that to come from him. I really appreciated that it was like, no, we don't need them. And then a lot of the statistics and the data and all the things we've talked about in the past when it comes to numbers and revenue and viewership back up that claim that, no, the Pac-12, in fact, is in a place of power when you really compare it. Now, I personally would still like to see some kind of merger between the two. Personally, I think it could be really good football. But I appreciated what he had to say, and it kind of surprised me that he went at the Big 12 so aggressively. I liked it.
Yeah, when I first heard it, what was it, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, this was like 3 weeks ago, so it's been a while.
It's been a couple of weeks. So if you go back in time and how things were then,
Yeah, it changes.
it changes.
daily.
But it's
it
just
feels
kind of
like,
the waters
but-
have just kind of settled a little bit. Nothing's really
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
But we were wondering what was the league thinking about? What did they want to do? Let's merge with the Pac-12. Let's merge with the ACC and all this other stuff. And so when he got up and talked, and I listened to him, look, he even said he's bullish, that's his word, on the Pac-10, and that the other thing he said, though, along with that, is remain extremely confident in the league. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
With the Pac-10, Pac-12 for a couple of years. No, it's full steam ahead and keeping the league together.
Yeah, that was the impression I got.
That's what it is. They're not, and it's like what you said. He regarding the Big 12. I wrote it down when I listened to it. He said they lobbed grenades.
Yeah.
The Big 12 lobbed grenades to the Pac-12 to destabilize the Pac-12.
They totally did. They tried to blow us up.
And he said, I'm tired of it.
Uh-huh.
So that's it. He apologized for being so blunt too, but
He doesn't apologize. I like it.
I like that we're getting a little bit of behind the scenes of what actually is going on, because that's been the problem with all of this is it's blindsided everybody.
Yeah.
We want to know what's going on. I feel so much better after hearing him because I feel like we have a direction. Now, could it all change tomorrow?
Sure.
Of course it could. And
he said that. He was hoping that, everything's been hurt with the backdoor deals and stuff, but.
Right. But I like hearing from him and that this is what we're doing. This is what we're focusing on. Everyone's on board, hopefully. Someone did ask him about that. Can you trust that everybody's
He just said, well,
on board?
We've looked at each other eye to eye and we've said these things. So now it was interesting, if I remember right. He did say, I think someone asked him about going after teams in the Big 12, and they haven't decided yet if they're going to do that, which I found very interesting.
Because it's always been that they're going to steal from the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
That the Utahs or the Arizona schools and Colorado, they're going to go there. But there's been no discussion about the other way around. But There's no reason the Pac-12 can't go over there and pick off 4 of their teams.
He kind of dodged that question.
He did.
100% dodged.
Well, if you listen to him, that was one of the statements. He goes, we haven't decided if we're going to go try to get their teams, which makes you go, okay.
Oh.
They're ticked with them trying to poach our teams.
Yeah.
Destabilize our league, and he doesn't know if they're going to go for them. So anyway, I think the bottom line is the intent of right now is the Pac-12 is they're moving forward. Mm-hmm. The TV deal, though, I found interesting.
The amount, the TV money, the TV deal, that's going to drive all of it. That's what's going to drive it all. The money and the TV deals. So okay. Let's put this in. There's a couple parts to it, particularly with at least the way I see it, with the Big 10 deal. Massive deal.
It's going to be finalized here soon. It's probably done, but we're going to hear about it. It's going to be $1 billion deal. But the Big 10 has been with ESPN forever. Mm-hmm. And they're out.
Yeah.
So it's Fox, NBC, CBS. ABC's out of that deal, as is ESPN.
Which are the same.
And, but that's a positive for the Pac-12 because
all that money's got to go somewhere.
That's
going to be part of the negotiation. That's a good thing. The thing I found interesting with Kliavkoff and what he said was, and we all know it, he recognizes that because of deals by Commissioner Scott, he didn't say that, but obviously the deals that we got into, that the revenue gap between us and the other leagues is absolutely, that's what it is.
We all know that.
He knows it, and so their effort is to bridge that gap, bring them closer.
Yeah.
And so you have, I think what he called it, traditional TV, but then he had the digital market.
Right, all these streaming services.
Something's going to come down with that.
Yeah.
Someone asked him, someone said like Apple and Amazon, and he goes, I'm not going to name names.
Yeah.
But that's going to be part of the package, which is going to be a new angle.
Yeah.
Well, that's where
there's going to be money.
His background is going to help us immensely. I mean, this dude was, and I don't want to get this wrong, but I think he was instrumental in Hulu and that whole, when that thing started and came together. So
he's got a media background.
He has a media background. So, I mean, that's what this is all about. So this is what we need right now. So
can you imagine if Larry Scott was still at the helm of all of this?
Then the league
Pac-12
is over.
would be over.
It would.
It'd all be done.
It's true. I just still can't believe how it blindsided everybody, including the commissioner.
Yeah.
And we've talked to some people who are very in the know and it blindsided everybody. Nobody saw this coming. And so it was just total scramble mode. But now that, like you said, things have kind of settled, we're a couple weeks past it, we're getting into the season, and now we're getting a little bit clearer picture. And it was, I really liked what he had to say.
I found it so interesting when somebody asked him, would you welcome UCLA back? And how he mentioned, and I think he said there are numerous people who are very upset with UCLA, donors, faculty, staff, parents of student athletes themselves. I mean, he listed people who are very upset with what UCLA has done. And he even said, I don't think it will change, but
said it was unlikely. Yeah.
It's unlikely that it will change, but he did mention the meeting that's happening in October with we talked about it last episode with the Board of Regents or whatever. But I just found it interesting that he explicitly mentioned how many people are upset with what UCLA did. Because it's touted as this amazing thing, but we've talked about it before. I mean, it affects a lot of people.
It doesn't just affect football and basketball.
So
you're a swimmer. You're a swimmer from Southern California. You go to UCLA because it's right up the street from your house. Your family can come. Well, guess what? Now you have a swim meet at freaking Rutgers, and you got a 5-hour flight. It doesn't. It
was interesting. The things he said were interesting, so I appreciated it.
Regarding the television revenue, I wrote down an exact quote. He said, after speaking about traditional and digital things, he said that we're well positioned in the revenue per school perspective. I think there's stuff going on. If they can cut a deal with all these different media platforms to get big money, that's going to go a long way in consolidating the league. It has to, I mean, we all know it's the money. Now, here's the only thing that I find a bit worrisome in what he was saying is, he praised the Conference of Champions. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's not kid ourselves where the big money generator is. It's football. It's not.
It is.
And this is not a slam. I'm not slamming. I'm just saying women's softball doesn't bring in the money.
Right, yeah.
No,
swimming.
They lose
tennis.
money. Yeah.
Okay.
Skiing. I mean, Utah has won the national championship in skiing the last few years.
It's football.
Yeah.
Now, I would agree with the regional league, so there's not a lot of travel because it helps the student athlete, what he said. All that stuff, I absolutely agree. But I hope we're not some leagues, such as the SEC and Big 10, maybe they don't care about that stuff. Obviously, they don't right now. And so they go, okay, we don't really care. We're going to go get anybody we want. Are we going to be so obstinate with this view that we don't jump on what can happen in the future? That's the only part that worries me a bit.
I don't know.
But
it's just going to keep changing.
But
College
overall,
football.
I didn't mind what I heard. I kind of liked it.
I liked it. I want to get your thoughts on this, changing gears a little bit.
Do it.
So remember last time we talked, or 2 times ago, we talked about Texas Tech and their NIL.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So this article came out about a week ago from the LA Times. A donor-run NIL collective is coming to USC football.
Of course.
They call it student body right, quote unquote, is planning to provide the equivalent of a base salary to every Trojan football player, and it's planning to do so against the wishes of the school, which
Nice.
I think that's hilarious.
Nice.
Like, you really think the school is going, no, don't do that. Oh no, don't pay all.
That's true. They're not.
They're not. So we talked about this last time, that it's going to bleed out, and then you get a big school like USC football that's got donors that have millions of dollars. You get 15 of those dudes together, and now you're buying a football team.
Kliavkoff mentioned this in his remarks, that he thinks something needs to be put together that regulates all of this, like we've all talked about.
There has to be.
And he mentioned specifically the NCAA is not doing anything because they're worried about lawsuits and all this
Antitrust stuff.
garbage and whatever. So, but see, that's what's frustrating to me is we keep hearing, okay, he's the commissioner of the Pac-12. We hear Nick Saban mention it. We hear all these things. Then do it.
Do something.
Put something together so this stuff stops happening.
Because it's only a matter of time. Dick Saban is always, he gets up there and says, oh, something's got to change, something's got to change. In a year from now, there'll be a Alabama student body trust.
There probably is right now.
That's going to be doing it, because he might not like it, but if the laws are in place to allow it, he's going to do it, because that's what they do. So you're going to get these, and we've talked about this. I don't need to go back over it, but there's going to be the 10 schools, the SCs, Ohio States, Alabamas, Georgias, Michigans, that are just buying the top talent across the country. It's coming. We're seeing it already. So,
well, hope is some guardrails somehow will be placed.
It's the Gary sound.
All right.
I'm almost out.
Are we going to play Would You Rather?
If you want.
Are you ready? Okay.
Let's do it.
Anything with camp before we move on?
Oh, camp.
Camp's been going great. That's all I know. They don't let anybody in.
You know, there's not a ton of info that comes out of it, and
I mean, until we know something pertinent.
Yeah, we're not going to speculate. I mean, there's been all these things about certain dudes doing really well.
Right.
Money Parks, his name keeps popping up, but it's, I don't know. And that's how camp is with Coach Whittingham. He keeps everything very quiet. He doesn't release depth chart, all that sort of stuff.
When they do, which in the next couple of weeks, we'll be talking about it.
I don't think there's anything that's going to be on the depth chart that's going to surprise us, though. I mean, last year at this time, we were talking about the quarterback battle.
oh god,
Right?
Running backs, wide receivers. It'll be interesting to see. Linebackers.
Do you expect anything but Thomas 1 and Glover 2?
Bernard, where does he?
3.
Okay.
I think Glover's going to be in front of Bernard.
That's my point. We don't know. That's
not a hot top. That's not a controversial take.
you just hear what he said?
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
We don't know until it comes out. That's what it might surprise us. Receiver, you don't know.
Maybe
linebackers, you don't know.
Maybe by
I know
next
receivers.
episode.
It's Ennis, Vele, and Dixon. I don't know about Dixon.
See, we don't know. Linebackers, we're not sure. We think.
Linebackers is like 6 deep right now.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
it's freaking awesome.
Once the depth chart comes out,
I know,
you
but
believe
I'm not
this guy?
saying. I'm just saying there's not going to be. There's nothing that
All right.
I'm sitting there holding my breath, going, "Who's going to be the number 1 running back?"
Okay, are you
I
ready
didn't
to
say
play?
I'm holding my breath.
For heaven's sakes.
Maybe kick returner.
What are we doing?
Punt returner.
We're playing Would You Rather, so you have to choose between the 2 options that I give you.
Would I rather?
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Okay. Bryce Young or CJ Stroud? Who would you rather have as your starting QB?
Stroud. Stroud.
Stroud for sure.
Agreed.
At least
I saw that dude make throws that I just went. I've been to NFL games and haven't seen throws like that.
Yeah. I agree with
it's
that.
Stroud.
Okay. Would you rather get yelled at by Coach Whittingham or Morgan Scalley?
Oh, I'd rather get yelled at by Scalley. He scares me, but Whittingham.
No, that would Whitt.
You'd rather get yelled at by Whitt?
No, I'd be more afraid of Whitt.
Oh yeah.
So you'd rather
It's between those two.
You'd rather get yelled at by Morgan Scalley.
Yeah.
Although I've seen Scalley get heated.
I've seen
and
them both.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I just spit everywhere.
Whitt doesn't even who spit.
I did. Sorry.
So Whitt doesn't even have to yell at you; he just has to look at you, and
Gotcha.
scare you to death.
That's very true. I feel like I would laugh if Morgan Scalley.
Well, you know Scalley.
I know, but
That's why
Whittingham
you
would terrify
he
me
wouldn't. He's-
to my very soul if he yelled at me.
I feel like it's like a father. Whittingham would be like a father that's just disappointed in you.
It's like I'm not mad.
I'm not
just
mad. I'm
disappointed.
just disappointed. I'm like, oh,
No, he's mad.
I'm not mad, but also you are doing gassers for the next 45 minutes.
Okay, would you rather have your school win the college football playoff or your NFL team win the Super Bowl?
Easy.
No comment.
No, no. Pick one.
Okay,
No
what
comment.
is yours then?
Utah college football without a question.
Karen,
I
you can't
love
choose.
I love my Raiders passionate and dearly, but if I could place a national championship at the University of Utah, that would be my life would be complete.
Yeah, that's me too.
Pick one,
You
Gary.
can't do it.
You have to pick one.
The Raiders
Raiders
or
or
the
the
Utes?
Pick one.
Oh, I've found the stumper that will stump him.
I know what he wants to say, but it's painful to say it. Say it.
Well, no. Here's my reasoning then. If I had to give a reason, I'd go with the Utes because I think there's more of a chance for the Raiders, believe it or not, to get to the Super Bowl and win it all than the Utes to do it in college football. So for them to do it,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, there's less teams.
There's less teams.
and just it's different.
You can go from
But
the worst team.
I'd love to see
look
the
at the
Utes.
Bengals last year.
just to get that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Utes.
Okay,
But that's 1 and 1A. Sorry.
he can't.
He picked the
You
Utes.
did. You
I
did.
did.
You
You
did make
picked
a
him.
decision. Congrats. Would you rather spend the day shadowing Nick Saban or Urban Meyer? And I'm going to say Urban Meyer.
To the bar?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say
to the bar.
Urban when he
I'll get the
was.
leftovers.
Oh, that's Urban then.
I'm going to say Urban in his prime when he was coaching Ohio State. So would you rather spend the day shadowing Nick Saban or Urban Meyer prime?
Go first. I've gone first every other time.
I go Urban Meyer.
Urban. I know guys who have played under Urban, and it's like life changing for them. Like it's
Go to the strip
now-
club with him?
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, I've seen the video.
Hey,
If that's
Well, we've all seen the video.
if that's where he takes me, then that's where he takes me.
whatever, coach.
Whatever you say, Coach.
Right. Yeah, no one wants to spend the day with
No,
Dick?
I
Dick
don't
Saban?
want anything to do with Dick Saban.
Between those two, man, I'll go with Urban.
Okay. Well, this one was submitted by Ben Goetz. Thank you, Ben, for
Ben.
submitting this to us. Would you rather have the Utes win the national championship, but you have to have Urban Meyer come back as the head coach, or
Can handle that.
you have Cam Rising win the Heisman this year, but the Utes lose in the first round of the playoff?
No, I want that national championship.
National championship.
It would be.
and Herb comes back.
As much as I love Cam, and it'd be incredible.
Why do we have to have Herb come back?
It's part of his question.
Part of the poll.
Well, hey, that doesn't have to be a part of that.
No, it's part of it.
It's part of the question. You can't alter the
Utes
question.
win. Let's just go here. The Utes win versus Cam
You can't
winning the
change
Heisman.
the would you rather. That's part of the game.
You can't reason
I'm
it.
changing it right
no,
here.
you have to just answer it the way it's written.
I don't have a problem if Urban Meyer comes back.
I want
care.
Whitt to win it all.
Yeah, I mean,
He didn't Ben didn't clarify if
no,
we get to
Whittingham
win
wins it and then
with
walks
Whitt.
away.
Yeah, I think
and then Urban comes back and takes over the program.
Oh, that isn't what he said.
That's what I'm. That's
You're
how I'm reading
changing
it.
it.
No,
But I even think Cam would say, "Yeah, I'd rather have the national championship than
if
the-"
he didn't,
win the
that'd be a
Heisman.
terrible
He
leader.
wouldn't though.
Okay.
No,
Thick boy.
his hair is so nice right now.
Maybe he's just going to keep growing it all season long. Would you rather go see Ohio State, Michigan, or Alabama, Auburn?
What about Alabama, Georgia?
You cannot change my questions. Answer it the way it's been asked. Go. You can do this next
Southern
time.
accent to it.
Georgia.
He can't stand not being in charge.
Go ahead.
I think I'd rather go to, I don't know, man. Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah,
I would.
Ohio State, Michigan, go blue.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Huh.
I know you lived there. Who
Wolverines?
cares?
Yes. Yeah.
Harbaugh?
100%.
Okay.
If I could,
Okay.
let me have it. I don't care.
Crappiest helmet in college football, and he's also, oh my gosh.
You would go. What
You
if
would
you
cheer
would go
for-
to Ohio State Stadium and wear blue?
I'm not a psycho. I would go and cheer secretly. I'm not gonna get stabbed.
It's like the idiot Bronco fans who wear their jersey to
The
the
Raiders.
Raiders games.
it
And we
almost-
get thrown off the second.
Yeah,
That was intense.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm not gonna wear a Michigan jersey. I'm just gonna cheer for Michigan secretly.
I'm so disappointed in you.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
This love affair that you two have with Ohio State all of a sudden.
Oh, I would choose Ohio State, Michigan, and I want to go to an Ohio State game in their stadium.
Hey, Ohio State fans, if we decided to come to Ohio State versus Iowa this year, because that is the Utah bye week, we've looked at it, would you host us? And would you welcome us with open arms? And I would cheer for Ohio State. I'll say that.
They're not going to welcome us now.
Shut up, Bryn.
not.
Yes, they
Screwed
will.
it
This is
up.
James.
I'm James.
Bryn
Will
and
you
Gary.
answer in the comments? Host us.
Yeah.
We'll come. The three of us.
I do want to go to a game in their
Oh,
stadium.
I would love to go to the
Okay.
horseshoe.
Would you rather go see Florida, Florida State, or Texas, Texas A&M?
Texas A&M. When Texas is good though, they suck right now. So, but you've been to A&M.
Texas. I'd rather go to the Florida State.
I'd rather go to Florida versus Alabama, but I can't change the question.
Can't change the questions. Okay, go
Yeah,
see.
but then we're talking rivals. That's why.
Yeah, go see USC Notre Dame or the Army Navy game.
Oh, Army Navy. I know it's not good football, but I've heard that the spectacle is absolutely incredible. You walk around campus. It's the only game on. The president's there. They do the flyovers. Like I've heard it is
It'd
like
be sweet.
president?
one of a kind. So the Army Navy game.
Or USC.
Watch them run the ball for the whole game.
Exactly.
No,
All the
I'd go
cadets there,
USC
though?
Notre Dame. Yeah, I'd love to see the
You have
spectacle.
80,000 cadets.
All the cadets and
That'd
the
be so cool.
airplanes
That'd
and
be so cool.
all of that stuff. Yeah, that'd be really cool. But as far as I want to go see a football game, I want to see UCLA and USC and
Then
Notre
do
Dame.
it. Why haven't you done it yet?
Would you rather go watch them in the Coliseum or back in Notre Dame?
On the wood benches
On those horrible
of
benches.
1912.
Crammed in there. Your femur bones are back here at the end of the game.
The person behind you's knees are through you.
Yeah, that was rough. Okay,
No, I'd rather go to the Coliseum.
here's my last one, and we'll do some more of these maybe on another episode. But, all right, would you rather have your rival wins a national championship
No.
or
I'll cut my leg off.
or You can never go see your team play in person
That's
ever
fine.
again.
That's a stupid question. It's not a fair question, and it's not a correct question. You can't put those two things together.
This is my game. I can
so
do
offended.
whatever I want.
You got to answer the question.
Because I'm not answering it.
You
No.
have to answer. Would you
My
rather
answer
have your rival?
Is no answer.
So if our rival, USC, you have to have
Exactly.
USC win a
Your
national
rival.
championship.
Okay, let's define rival. Colorado.
Yeah,
We all-
it's Colorado. Fine.
We all know who we mean when we say rival.
A team I will not mention.
Okay, so if they win it, you can still go back to Utah games as much as you
I'm
want.
not taking this bait.
If they win the national championship,
No one would take this bait.
or
No,
you can.
I'll answer it. I would never go see the team. I can't.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. I can't handle.
Oh,
I
I'm the
can't
opposite.
handle the Colorado fan base, if you know what I mean. I can't do it.
I would suck it up and do it. There's no way I could never go see Utah play in
I
person
say
again.
Did
that.
Jesse make this up?
Jesse.
No, he's with you. He would choose the never going to see the game again. Fine, Gary. Next time you can come up with the questions so they're exactly to your
reasonable.
liking. No, that's part of the game. Is they're not reasonable.
All right, where are we at
Sakes.
now?
All right. We're to our comments of the week. And we're going to be doing this like we kind of mentioned at the beginning of the podcast. We're going to go through our comments that we get on the previous episode. And we're going to pick out some of our favorites. So these were from our last episode, which was a couple weeks ago.
On YouTube.
Yes. So again,
This is YouTube.
if you have a comment that you want to make, you need to go to our YouTube channel, look up Utah Football Fans. There we are. You can see our beautiful faces and make your comments.
Remember, we're on YouTube,
Exactly.
Facebook, Instagram, and a bunch of other
Twitter,
platforms.
YouTube.
Yeah, Twitter, but YouTube. Hey, and subscribe in all those places.
Yeah.
Especially subscribe on YouTube.
Okay, so
You'll want to see
We're
us.
kind of a big deal.
Come on. We're big.
This
We're big.
comment-
We're national.
I'm very handsome.
see, I had chosen this comment, but
Read
then
it.
we talked all about what Kliavkoff said, so it doesn't make... Anyways, Matthew Whitehead said, come to the Big 12. People laugh at our geography, yet fail to realize most of us have huge alumni presences, not only in our state, but Texas. Oklahoma State has roughly 35,000 people tailgating outside the stadium before game day. Would love Utah in the conference.
Wait, what school has that?
He said Oklahoma
Oklahoma
State.
State.
Cool. Oklahoma State. Come join the Pac-12. There you go. We'll take Oklahoma State. We'll take Baylor.
Well, here's how I answer that. I have no animosity toward the Big 12
No, I don't either.
or anything like that, to be honest with you. If the Pac-12, Pac-10, if the Pac-10 or 12 expands, I'm okay with it if the revenue and things go good. If things were better to go to the Big 12, I wouldn't be all that. That'd be all right with me.
Yeah. I trust the leadership and the ones that are steering the ship a lot more now than I did 2 months ago. I'll tell you that much. So I just kind of, I have a lot more faith in them.
Yeah.
So whatever happens, I think that it'll be very well thought out.
Utah does have a lot of alumni in Texas, so he is right about that.
It's true.
This person was quite upset with us because we didn't know enough about San Diego State. His name is Waskell.
Hey, you got mad.
He says, please do your research on San Diego State.
Sorry,
New stadium. After hearing that, you didn't know that. After hearing that you didn't know that, I turned the channel. I'll check in with you again later, but until you do research, and not from being butthurt over lost,
Yeah, we're not.
your
Not
credibility
worried about
is
it.
shot. I am so sorry we didn't know the San Diego State Stadium. I mean, dang it.
It's not any better. They played in a soccer stadium last year. So
We did get corrected on that, and that's
soccer
fine.
stadium, you pick.
But he was very upset.
We were sorry.
He was upset we didn't know that.
We've released a press release here in Salt Lake City to apologize. So I apologize. Although he's left the channel, so he won't be hearing my apologies.
No,
So,
he's going to check
He
back.
said he might check
Stay
back
with
in.
us. I mean,
look, we make mistakes. I don't do my
yeah,
research.
I didn't know.
I just say things
because-
So I apologize.
We did not research that.
Before the podcast, I didn't Google anything about San Diego State. I'll admit it.
Our
Okay.
experiences within the old Jack Murphy Stadium or whatever it was called. That's
Well, it was
that's all I'm
Qualcomm.
saying.
All right, Jeff Foster says, I'm a Buckeye fan, but need to say that Utah gave us everything we wanted. Listening to other podcasts, they don't give Utah any credit at all. I was stationed in Utah in the middle 80s and went to Utah games. I hope all this realignment, the Utes don't get left out in the cold. Would love to see them in the Big 10. Go Utes and go Buckeyes.
Cool. Jeff, we'll bunk at your house when we come out to see Iowa play.
Yeah, Jeff. Well, I don't know if he lives in Ohio. He's a Buckeye fan.
Jeff, you got
I'm
family
with
in
him.
Ohio?
I'm totally with him. Everything he said. Yeah, I would love the Big 10.
Oh,
It says he was stationed in Utah, so
that's pretty cool.
thank you for your service.
Yeah.
And go Utes, go Buckeyes.
Go blue.
James. David Belichick.
That's Bill.
Is it Bill's son?
It's Bill with the mullet and the. He listens. I know he
I'm
listens.
sorry if I say your name wrong. I don't know.
Do your research.
This is directed towards me. Really? Ohio State ugliest helmets. He says, wow, I am shocked. He says, here I had a crush on you. And
of course
now,
you're reading this one.
Now,
Can I get
wouldn't-
someone to get a crush on me,
He says, now I wouldn't even ask you
Bird.
out. Gary, I love that you had Michigan on your list. He won't say it with the M.
I respect it. I respect that. I wouldn't say it either. if
Hey,
they were-
you know what? I stand by it. I hate the stickers. I will never apologize
So you
for
guys
hating
are
those
rip
Ohio
me
State stickers.
for cheering for Michigan, but you ripped their helmet.
the
I'm
stickers.
not ripping the team. I don't like the sticker tradition.
There's
Listen.
a lot of schools that do the sticker tradition.
No, I hate them all. But
I
Ohio State is like the one that's known for
The
it.
bottom line is, I was right. The Michigan helmet's the ugliest.
you ask an Ohio State fan?
David what?
Belichick.
Belichick. Bill.
We're together, man.
You did have a lot of people, Ohio State fans, that appreciated your
Well, they know it.
including Michigan on the worst helmet list.
Gary pandered. He went Michigan and BYU, so he pandered to.
Did you say that freaking word? Or those?
I also liked this one from Art Mose. He just says, you all are insane.
I can.
Is that a positive or a negative?
yes? That's actually good. Clarify that.
Is
Art.
that- I think he's being positive.
Was that a compliment?
Thank you. I'll take it.
I mean, we are a little bit.
We are. We are.
So again, if you want your comment chosen, you got to leave us one on YouTube. And then maybe you can be the comment of the
tell
week.
him how much you love Bryn, and she'll read it.
Yeah.
That's all you. Oh, God.
Oh,
I have my fans. I disappointed my fans last week. I apologize, all you Ohio State people. I just don't like the stickers.
are you gonna read the one
Don't
from
be a hater.
Facebook?
Oh, yeah. I think I have it.
We do have a comment from Facebook today that just said, well, you got to read his name.
Yeah, we gotta.
Well, I'm not prepared for
I
this.
want to do
Come on,
him
Mr.
justice.
Technology.
Oh, I will say there was a post today. So follow our Utah football fans on Facebook. Justin Tareve, he just posted in the group. So go check it out because he lives in Florida. So he put some suggestions in there.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you're going to the game, it looks pretty cool. So
Yeah,
check
we need
that
to
out.
know where to tailgate and stuff.
We'll do
Please,
that in an
yes.
upcoming episode.
We'll talk about that. But Florida fans, let us know where to go, tailgate, all that sort of stuff. But Tyson Galley, all he said was, go Utes. I want to get drunk with Gary. So
All right, Tyson.
make it happen.
Let's make it happen, man. I'm with you. Let's do it. It'll be a good time.
All right.
Red Bull and Mountain Dew.
Gary Cocktail.
Have a stroke if you go too much on that. But all right, any final words?
We'll be doing some special things here.
Oh, that's true. We do have a special episode coming
Yep.
up this week.
Yep.
So watch for that. And then it's go time.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We're going to
2.5
have some,
weeks.
we're going to do some giveaways coming up here.
Yeah.
We've got some stuff coming up. We just can't wait for the season.
yeah, we got some things coming up for during the season, giveaways, some collabs, different things like that. So make sure you're tuned in for that. But yeah, 19 days, 18 by the time this thing drops. So I got to get over to the bookstore and get some new stuff.
Spend some money.
Spend some monies.
Thanks for watching
Go
and
Utes.
listening. And go Utes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ready?
What are you doing?
Let's get it.
No.
I'm telling you why. You can see in their eyes.
It's blasphemy, you know.
When Alex Whittingham would
freaking
do
blasphemy.
that,
It's horrible.
they would do,
You
like the
can't
whole
do
team would be
that.
doing this, and he'd be in the background going like this.
No. Dude, get that down.
like the old ladies that don't know how to do it, so they're like,
The Miami.
We're a band of brothers and we stick together like an army mission when it's wartime. We stacking them W's, pay attention. Opponents coming with apprehension. We stay on top of our division. We're from BTS buses to playoff contenders. We on the rise up. Now the boys mad.
Yep, 10 points, baby.
oh yeah, K. Scott, put this up because we're gonna use your new song.
Now the boys mad. We have to tighten them boys up. We here for the
Absolutely.